Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Joseph Braley from AmonRossAwakening.com. I'm a journey healer and speaker and teacher. My website is www.AmonRossAwakening.com. So if you want to have a session with me, please feel free to check it out. I know last time I left off talking about 30 years of dealing with dark energies, and really it was just my own learning. Nobody really taught me, nobody really understood. I had one gentleman help me a little bit for a few years, and it's like you could remove them temporarily, but they would always come back. I was never able to find anybody that could help me and truly understand to the point where, how do you get rid of these things forever? And why are they coming here? What are they trying? What are they here for? What's the purpose? I spent a lot of time contemplating this. And the purpose is going to be different for each individual. When I was spun and shown that I was the light, I was the power to stop it. Because when I was spun, the light, I thought God stopped it. What I understood is that God showed me that I have the power within myself to stop it. Because when He spun me, everything glowed really bright and all the energy stopped. But when I went into the room and then touched the spirit, I noticed that I was the one that was glowing. I was the one glowing. I was the one that was giving off the light. God showed me that I was the one that had the power all along. And if you shine your light bright enough, they have no power at all. They never had. It was an illusion. All this time. But then by doing journeys, and shortly after that, I started to do journeys actually. But I've been doing journeys my whole life in my dreams and didn't really understand, didn't really quite click. So when I started to do journeys for the last 7 or 8 years, after that moment, things totally changed for me. And they start to really get you to understand the power within yourself, the power of who you are, the power of belief. I do understand that if you believe in something, it has a lot of power to it. It's like when you try to send the dark energies away, will they leave if you're afraid? No. They'll get worse. They'll leave on their own time eventually. But if you're not afraid of them at all, they will leave. If you send them away with a phrase that you believe in, they'll leave instantly. They have no power over it because you have the right to ask them to go away. You have the right to ask them to leave. And they will have to listen to you if you believe in what you're saying. If you want Jesus to help you, then ask Jesus. You want God to help you, ask God. But that is up to every individual. But God showed me that I had the power to send them away permanently. Because once you realize your own power, they just don't bother. They realize that they'll go somewhere else. Somebody that's weaker is the wrong word. Somebody that doesn't understand what is going on. They're similar to vampires that way. They feed off energies. They feed off fear. So if you don't give them any fear, what's the point of them doing it? Some do take over people's bodies, that I do know. I was asked myself once. I'll tell you about a time where I was being literally like my arm was being taken over by these things in the dream state. And I was, what the hell is going on? I said, enough is enough. I said, what do you want? And the door opened up and a person walked out and said, come here. So I followed them. I was always curious about these things. And I really wasn't that afraid at this point about much of anything. And people that say that you have to be afraid of these things are afraid of them themselves. Because if you have no fear, they cannot hurt you. So don't show any fear. But that is not easy sometimes. It takes time. It just takes time and belief in yourself. So don't be too hard on yourself. I ended up walking out in a balcony. There's a bunch of spirits there. There was one lady that was like kneeling down in front of me. And so I sat down so I'd be at her level. She asked everybody to leave. Then all the spirits left. And then I was able to ask her lots of questions. But most of the questions I asked were, I can't answer that question. Because I asked some pretty heavy questions. I can't remember exactly what I said because it's like 20 years ago or something. But the thing is, I felt something was behind me. I turned around and there was this beautiful spirit, the most angelic smile I've ever seen. And that was my spirit guide. She asked everybody to leave, but that person didn't leave. It stuck with me for a long time. And I didn't really truly understand until I started doing journeys who she was. Because I started to work with her a lot. And she was one of my main spirit guides for the first few journeys I did. And she taught me a lot. People say, oh, well, how do you know it's real, da 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 da. Well, I have so much confirmation of things. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that it's real. I had some total stranger tell me the name of my spirit guide and exactly what she looked like and felt like, and I didn't meet this person before. And it's what you believe in your heart. It's what you believe in here. What you feel. I felt dark energies and twisted forms of energies. They can make you even sick to your stomach when they're around. You feel the chaos that they give off. You feel it. You can look into their hearts and see the energy that is there. You could have a white, beautiful white spirit in front of you, and you sense and you feel in your heart that there's something wrong. You can look within your own heart or look within the heart of the being that's in front of you to see what truly lies within their heart. But the main thing is what you feel inside that's important. Feeling is so underrated in this world, especially for men. Women feel better than men do, feel more. Men tend to be a little more stubborn. But it's so important to feel. It's so important to feel everything. Not just look at it, not just touch it, but feel it. Because when you feel it, it'll change your life. So you have the power. So all along, when you look in the mirror, you look at yourself and say, I am the one I've been looking for. I am the teacher I've been looking for. I am the one that controls everything in my life. God gave us the ability to have free will. So why would we blame other people for our decisions? Why would we blame other people? Why? Because we're insecure, we're full of fear. Because once you start eliminating your fear, you realize very quickly that, oh shit, all along I was the one that causing all this goddamn crap to myself. I talked to my guys, my higher self, and one time he showed me that he was the one sending the energies to me so he could teach me. And they taught me a lot. Because a lot of the work I do deal with dark energies in other people. To transform them, to heal them, to bring them back into balance. We're taught to fear the darkness. We're taught to feel the devil, to fear the devil. Why? Because fear does not come from God. Fear comes from chaos. So do we fear chaos? What happens when we fear chaos? Ask yourself that question. What happens when you fear chaos? That's all I'm going to share in this video. I want you to really think about that. What I just said. Think about it. Take the time to really think. I'm Joseph Bradley, and you can visit my website at www.almanrossawakening.com. Thank you very much and have a great day.